Before we begin today's episode, we would like to share a quick disclaimer. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by the hosts and guests on this podcast are their own personal views and are provided in their own capacity. All content is editorial, opinion-based, and intended for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Silly Goose Society. We have a special episode because Kyle and I are joined by some of our good pals who should be your good pals, the Time Pals. Hey.
Oh, God. I take a drink every time you say the word pals.
Yeah, it feels weird coming out of your mouth. Acquaintance is fine. Acquaintance is all right.
Acquaintance, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Are we getting into the I'm not your friend, buddy? I'm not your buddy,
buddy
guy.
We recorded with you guys back, oh gosh, just toward the end of last year. We did the Cryptid Roommates. And we had to have you back. So if you guys want to take another minute and introduce yourselves to everyone.
No, we're good.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
If you want to know more about us, go listen to the other episode, you lazy sons of bitch.
We already talked. We did an intro. Hi, my name is _. That's John Powell. John Powell is a handsome, well-versed co-host. And I am the producer who shouldn't really be talking on most shows. But we are going to have a good time with our pals. It sounds better out of me, the Silly Goose Society, who underwent a name change. What happened there? I could have sworn you guys were called something else entirely.
Yeah, we were. Yeah. We had a
wait, hold. Inch.
Yeah. You take this one.
Oh, God, absolutely not. But the legal department is looking at me, and they're either telling me to steal second or to shut the fuck up and not go into details about that. So,
okay.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know what? Fuck yeah, I'll take the reins on this one. So,
which one of you got caught pleasuring yourself on the phone with interns?
Well,
and I guess it's the one that noticed what Sleep Token's pants looked like.
Yeah,
maybe.
Just, I guess the short version of it was, how do I put this? I'm trying to find a way to make it a short version. Well, okay, so that podcast started. So the Black Curtain Club started as one. It had its own track, its own desk. It was a train on a specific track. Well, that train went off the rails.
Yeah,
I think technically once I showed up, actually. Was not my intention, but just things change.
Yeah,
Can't win all the battles and whatnot.
Sure.
And so we kind of figured it was it was time for the change. Just like make it as clean of a break as possible between the old and the new. New us, new version, new year, new name, and something that I felt. I for me personally. I feel that one, just being a silly goose resonates with me a little bit more. But I'm a part of this one. I was from this inception. I was kind of not like I was an afterthought, but I wasn't a part of the original foundation of the other one.
Got it. It's always sad when someone dies. It's all good though, man. We're here for you.
Yeah.
No, the only reason why I ask is because obviously I had all my graphics from way back, and then you guys turned to Silly Goose. I said, all right, well, fuck me. So use all of your Silly Goose graphics.
Gotta keep it in the fucking toes, bitch.
Right? I'm very happy with the show. I've heard obviously a few episodes, and I'm like, oh, this is a very good tone. You can tell you guys are having a great time. And the guests have been, we were talking off camera, but the guests have been pretty fun. You were talking about the haunted house one, the dragon dude, just stuff where I'm like, I don't think this would have happened before. You know what I mean? I feel like now you guys are free to just do whatever you want, which is great.
Yeah. I think Kyle and I, we were like pretty in sync with the type of stuff we want to talk about and the stuff that gets us excited or, brings out that golden retriever energy. And so I think that it's just, I don't know, this just feels right. I think
it feels right, Brian. It feels right.
It just feels right. Yeah.
Good.
I'm having
Juan
fun.
and I can't stand each other.
That's bold strategy, Mike. Let's see how it plays out for him. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's yeah. That you guys have seemed like you've been having a blast with it. It's been real fun listening.
Yeah, well,
Which is really
thanks.
because I don't know if we've actually put it in many of the episodes, but you have no idea how many episodes we're like, okay, let's sit down and record. What are we doing? I have no clue. I think there's been a couple of times. There's been a couple of times where it was like, she'll hit me up like the night before, like kind of the night before. Wait, what are we recording tomorrow? Oh, I thought you had something. I don't. I'll have something by the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear to you, I was like, I'll
very
have something
much.
by the morning that I can just.
That's
if
all right.
If I can't actually speak educated enough about it, I can make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll just and Angie's done the same thing, just as equal amount of times. We're like, we'll shoot from the hip and see what sticks.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's been a blast, man. Just a
The Silly
blast.
Goose Society. We put
Silly
the FU
Goose.
in fun.
Right. Well, we thought, I know last time when we had you here, I kind of pitched you through the ringer with cryptids and really took you out of your element.
It made them all a little uncomfortable at the
A
end.
little uncomfortable. Yeah, we were just talking about that
It
the
didn't get
other day.
uncomfortable until you wanted to, in great detail, have crazy sweaty car sex with the Mothman. And I went, okay, we're still down. It's just, I don't know where we go from here. Thankfully, we ended. That's where we went. We just turned off the rest of the show.
All right, another confession real quick, and we'll actually fucking get to this one. We can't have a discussion about you guys or however it comes up. We got to record the Time Palace, and I just have to laugh each time because, all seriousness, you guys were such fantastically fun gentlemen the entire episode we were doing because Angie's here. She's a female. It's a lot of dudes. It sounds like the synopsis to a lot of very specific movies, but we're going to be gentlemen. We're going to keep it together. We'll be silly, but we'll keep it reined in. And
Right.
It was like the serious questions and also and then it's the last like 10 minutes. Angie just threw us off the rails because we're like, oh, why would you use this one? I was like, oh, well, he's got a great credit score, and this one he could do things. This one's got the old wood version of Catan or whatever that was. And it was like, Angie, why would you Mothman? Because that dick. And just the chaos ensued after that. And it was just, you guys just like broke and we're like, well, just throw it to the wind then. Who gives a shit about manners and chivalry? And like, all right.
We did okay.
clapping them
An hour
emojis.
podcast. We get together for a good 48 minutes.
That's my normal process, like thought process for just work itself. So,
It was
I
just
mean,
so
if I can
funny.
professionally be that way, why can't I in my private life on the podcasts?
Just everything everything shifted when she said she wanted to bang Mothman. Just, the mood just it was fantastic. It was
It would be worse if we no-sold and been like, yeah, I get it.
understandable. Yeah, I can see this.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've seen your Instagram likes. I understand.
Well, now that you know who I really am, you can be free to be you.
Oh, thank God, we can be free now.
You can be free now.
Guys, we're free. Go, go, go. The collars aren't working.
So yeah, you guys I know are all comic book nerds, and I like comic book movies. I'm not that much well versed in the comic books, but I do like my superhero movies. So I thought we could all get together and what would happen if we could make our own superheroes? So, if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good to go.
All right. So, guests go first. So, one of you.
Me or you?
You.
Well, so like I said, I went through all of the motions of trying to create my own superhero, and it was either, like I said, somebody who had a funnier or kind of lamer version of the same power, or something where it was just like, it was purposely stupid, like, oh, his superpower is hot dog fingers, and each finger shoots out a condiment. I'm like, that's like, nobody would actually make that. So what I thought I would do is give you all a couple of the ideas that I thought of, that kind of inspired me. And then the fact that there is an actual superhero like that.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. So to start off, so I took inspiration from an old Daffy Duck cartoon.
God
on
damn
this
it, we're
one.
going to Daffy Duck first.
Yep.
Look how
So
smug you
do you, so there's certain episodes of Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies and all that, and it was like a stage show, and Daffy Duck would come in and be like, "Oh yeah, I'll show you guys the coolest trick or the coolest illusion you've ever seen. The only problem is I can do it one time." And he basically blows himself up.
Right.
Yeah. And I was like, well, what would it be like if there was somebody who had a one-time use superpower? How stupid would that be? Come to find out.
Oh my God, yes.
There is a superhero whose name is Bailey Hoskins, who was a student at Charles Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, and his power was the power of one-time self-detonation.
Oh, wow.
Now, you're probably asking yourself, how did he learn that this was his power? Professor X psychically figured it out by looking at it, and they scienced it and all that stuff. But he didn't do anything because he could only do it one time. Until he did it.
Until then,
he had a very short run in the comic.
So
I was gonna ask,
don't
like,
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that first one stemmed from that idea of, okay, what would be a one-time use superpower? And it just happened to be way too nose on that it was like the exact same thing that Daffy Duck inspiration came from. So then I was thinking to myself, well, like, you have all of these superheroes, like, I mean, it could be anybody, Cyclops, it could be Superman, it could be, the Hulk. What would a version of them be where it was just some other superhero who had the same power, but like it just wasn't as good?
So so the DC version of Marvel characters, it's the same character but not as good. So Deathstroke and Deadpool, we all know which one's the superior one,
Exactly. And so in this case though, it is Marvel and Marvel. And what came up for me was there is a character called Flat Man. And Flat Man is exactly what he sounds like.
Yeah, of course
he is completely flat. So a not real power, but an effect of his power is that he can turn sideways, and because he is flat, he becomes invisible. Because he is 2D.
Unless you are facing the other part of him.
He's visible on, two planes of sight?
Yeah.
Everybody else,
so he just turns
very visible on one plane.
suspicious.
But his main power
that's not his main power?
No. That's just a side effect of the fact that he is flat. His power, aside from being flat, is the fact that he can stretch his entire body. Just not as well as Mr. Fantastic can.
Oh, I thought it was just he was incredibly
very limited stretching.
He can just several inches above his head.
Yeah. So when I was looking at the idea of like what would be a superhero with a less good version, that's where I kind of landed with that.
I like it.
I'm just picturing this guy in Endgame right now with the whole Avengers Assemble thing. And he's just he's there. Where'd he go? He's there. No, he's not. Where's half of them know where he is. The other half can't fucking see them. Where'd he go? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is an Avenger. Why is this man staring right at me?
He is an Avenger. He is an adventurer.
Oh, everybody's a fucking Avenger.
But here's the thing: is he is from a splinter group that I'm well aware of, and has even had a song written about. This group is the Great Lakes Avengers.
Keep that energy, John. I've got one for you later.
And so, yeah, the Great Lakes Avengers are all of the misfit of Avengers. So Mr. Immortal just is immortal. Dinosaur,
It's
Yeah.
just Jeff
Your
Goldblum.
case of herpes.
Yeah. Big Bertha possesses size and mass alteration, but she can't switch herself to a normal sized human anymore. And so it's all of these these awful or misfit superheroes voluntarily being trained by Hawkeye and another Avenger, Mockingbird, because they're like, well, we should at least have somebody competent teach them how to use their powers so they don't fucking kill everybody.
Made Hawkeye do it?
Yeah, they made Hawkeye do it.
Hawkeye who's just really
it must
good
have
at
been part of
shooting
the
arrows?
recovery after the snowplow incident.
Yikes.
Yikes. Yeah.
The
And
Great Lakes Avengers. So I'm just picturing that iconic Park Street scene from the first Avengers movie, but it's in just like Main Street in like Milwaukee. It's like
Yeah,
the
right?
Midwest Avengers, like the most. They're not fueled by like a justice or the need for revenge. It's just PBR, Slim Jims, and like Zen.
Yeah. And so it's,
Ranch
I
dressing.
have just one more. I did 3 of them that fit this whole kind of bill. And then kind of the last thing is, what would, a lot of the time you'll have a supervillain who is very much the counterpart to a superhero. Their powers
Yeah.
balance each other out and clash. Well, what if we had a hero who did the same thing? So I'm sure we know there's a lot of superheroes that possess precognition or telekinesis, psychic powers, things like that, Well, what if there was somebody who didn't have precognition, but had whatever the opposite of that was?
Precognition.
Well, and that's a
Post-cognition.
superhero whose name is Hindsight Lad.
Oh, God damn it.
Hindsight lad.
Yeah, I
The
saw
lad
that.
at the end makes
It's
it
the lad, yeah.
atrocious.
The lad makes it
Yeah.
very not safe.
Is he
for
wearing
work.
like little knee pants? Going down a path, going berries and cream, berries and
No,
cream.
he looks like, so if you remember from the movie The Incredibles, remember Incrediboy, who was a fan of Mr. Incredible, and he looked like he
Yep.
kind of had a homemade costume.
Yeah.
Like his helmet has 2 car side view mirrors attached to the side of it, and it's just like a brain bucket motorcycle helmet with goggles. But
Dear Lord.
so it wasn't just that he could see, like, oh,
past.
that was a poor idea, but he could see how a situation was supposed to have played out.
Unless someone's riding in his blind spot, apparently, with his side view mirror.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh my god.
And
Is
so
his
as I went
nemesis just
through-
high beam headlights?
No.
It's those fucking blue headlights, those LED
LEDs.
headlights. That's
Yeah.
his kryptonite
Awful.
right there. Those fucking assholes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Quick
yeah,
tangent on
I
The
couldn't think of anything better on my own. I was just like, there's just too much stupid stuff. Or if I did, I wanted to do due diligence and check and see. I'm like, am I creating something that has been created already? For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
So that is what I instead decided to bring to
And
tonight's episode.
that's when you came up with hindsight, man. It's like I should have thought of something else.
No, that was a
Hindsight
created
lad.
character.
Lad, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right.
How it
He
could have
hasn't
happened.
quite had the puberty yet. So hindsight, lad.
Lad.
Yeah.
You want me to go next, John?
Sure, yeah. I
right.
mean, it's unless you guys want to go like a time pal and then a silly goose,
Silly
and then
goose.
a time pal and then a silly goose.
What do you want to do, Kyle? You want to go?
I'm going to go on a quick little side thing on The Incredibles for a second. Can we all agree that out of all of the horrendous and heinous shit that a lot of arch villains have done, one, arguably the greatest name for a character ever in any type of a superhero setting, has got to be Bon Voyage.
Bon Voyage is
The
amazing
Mad
name.
Bomber
Yeah.
mime French dude. That
Mm.
is
That is an
fucking
incredible name.
genius.
Yeah,
that's
I hope
pretty
that
solid.
person gets all of the beers and all of the fellatio forever until they die, because that is genius. 1. 2, he's without a doubt the most insane villain and like the most like catching someone's bluff, whatever the hell you'd be. Think about it, like, yeah, it's his bombs and whatever. This is the little 9-year-old boy who's here. I'm just going to stick a bomb to him in hopes that Mr. Incredible actually goes to try to save him. He was going to blow up a child who was just going to go and like, yeah, that is evil to its absolute core. He was just, for no reason, just bye. I was like, oh my fucking god, Jesus. Anywho, great character name though. Love
that. I agree.
All right, Ange, you or me?
Oh, it doesn't matter. You know what? I'm gonna take it because I had to go last time. So
this time we're gonna let Kyle talk about which obscure superhero he wants to fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's.
All right, so I actually went and created a superhero. And I was going down so many different paths, and then I having to think, well, what would, if we had like a superhero for today, what would be her backstory and what would she do? So mine has been
Miss Rachel.
Has been the has-been hero.
Guitar.
Oh God. Okay.
So her real name is Mackenzie Starling, and she's in her late 30s. She was a former child star of the early 90s. I mean, the late 90s, early 2000s. She was a sitcom, brat where it was full of cheesy catchphrases, and she played Sassy Susie on this really cheesy sitcom. And, it was like one of these where, like the 10-year-olds are smarter than the adults and they solve everything within a half an hour, that kind of show. Well, her show was canceled after she hit puberty. And the ratings tanked, and she had like this meltdown at age 14. And then she spent, she just spiraled. She D-list star. She did a stint of, like straight to DVD horror flicks. She did a few infomercials for foot cream. She did a little bit of a stint in OnlyFans, kind of adjacent, but she doesn't like to talk about that. She also has a line of essential oils and beauty projects, or beauty project. Yeah, I can't talk. Beauty products, that are all about like overpriced empowerment bullshit. So anyway, so she's having like this existential crisis. She goes. She's got this stuff that's supposed to be like, this experimental youth, in a bottle, and she tries some of that, and then she decides to like OD. And then during that whole process, this serum fused in her system when she overdosed, and it granted her a twisted sense of immortality. So she cannot die, but every death that she goes through, she can feel all of that. Plus, she has to go through this whole regeneration process. So, she has to go through the scarring phase, and she just looks very twisted, botched plastic surgery, like the whole thing. You would think of somebody that is searching for eternal youth and beauty. Like her superpower gives her the exact opposite look.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna cut in here for a second. So what you're saying is you're just writing the life autobiography of Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Lindsay. I love you. I think it's fantastic. I'm so happy to have you back. Please don't hate me or sue me. Genuine, sincerely.
Angie, I hate to do this to you again, but is this the reason why every shirt I ordered came with a little sample of coconut oil? It's fine. I'll keep buying shirts. You can stop selling facial products.
Oh, that was just
helps release.
I get it. It'll be okay.
That was just racial microaggression against your tropical.
bloodline. I own too much of it. I am lousy with coconut oil right now.
So this chick is very much the anti-hero. She does not want to be a superhero. She kind of stumbles into it when a mugger tried to rob her outside of a convention center where she was hawking signed headshots for $20. And she ended up making, through her superpowers, made the mugger's gun jammed. And because she has this bad luck aura about her now, backfired. He shot himself, and then immediately went to get into everyone's videos. Kind of talked up her Venmo. She started charging hero consulting fees, and she just went viral as Sassy Susie Saves the Day. So that's kind of like her backstory. And then she has a nemesis who played her sister, and her name is Tiffany Evergreen. And she is like the complete antithesis. And so they're constantly, she got a hold of the same serum. So she has these superpowers too. But what she's doing is she's going through and body swapping all of the Hollywood stars to make them eternally youthful. And so there's just like their powers are constantly at each other. So anyway, that's the long and short of my superhero.
I thought you were gonna say that the sister had like the the hero lady, Sassy Sally. She had the bullshit oils and whatnot. I thought you were gonna say the other one was like the Tupperware containers or something like that. Or like
Tupperware containers.
What was the sex toys that was like all the craze that you had you threw the parties?
Oh,
What the fuck was that company?
Oh man, what was that called? I can't think of the name of what the I'm sure it was
I feel like Tupperware probably could do a pretty good job with it.
Yeah, Tupperware could do it.
They got the water resistance bits going. They got good production facilities for
locking
the
freshness. Hold on, the freshness, not Frenchness. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, but you remember you have to burp the lid.
All the French.
The same lid.
Yeah.
I think that's just a different way to say that you're going to use the toy as burping the lid.
Wait, it's Pure Romance was the name of the company.
Oh, Pure Romance, yeah.
I only know that because my wife is in the other room trying to go to sleep, and my phone goes, and look, I just see the words Pure Romance. I was like, oh, thank you.
I thought that was one of those late night infomercials for like a CD collection from the 90s.
Pure Romance. Yeah, exactly. It just has Enya.
You're listening to Pure Romance. 48 hits across 3 CDs.
Thanks, Ryan Stiles.
Yes.
Oh, John, we're going to be assholes. Here's this well thought out, detailed thing. And then here you have mine, which is almost just like hers. And it's written in a way where now you're going to have to edit the fuck out of this. Okay, anyway. So, my first one is I've called Captain Covetous. And he is bald and wears glasses and looks like he's desperately trying to find an exit, even while streaming on his friend Jim's Twitch account. Totally not autobiographical, but for his totally made up origin story.
It's not John. All likeness.
No. Jim. It's Jim. Right?
Oh, shit.
Different guy.
Okay.
In this world,
does it help if I tell you that my nieces used to call me Jim?
Not at all. So in this world, his only friend is Jim, and Jim is also the co-host of his podcast called The Our Friends. So again, I have a confession to John. I have secretly been this hero my entire life. Every time I see people like the Silly Goose Society co-host Kyle, aka the Pelt Father, I become jealousy man.
Pelt? Wait a minute. You can't drop that. The Pelt Father.
Yes.
It's Fur Daddy.
Fur Daddy, Chessie McBeardson. Pelt Father is the one I came up with for this.
Pelt Father. That's a good one.
I become jealousy man, which is just me without any changes, but 5 times the envy of a normal man. So, just like Angela, because when you write that well, you have to use her real name. I wrote a quick origin story too. Captain Covetous was born. Okay, so now my hypothetical powers for Captain Covetous. So, excessive sweating, unstoppable facial oil production creates a slippery coating that prevents any attempt at holding me and telling me it'll be okay. Jealousy is not limited to people, but inanimate objects in imagined scenarios where he, may finally be able to get a win at life. Strong Wi-Fi connection. And hundreds of Reddit accounts that allow me, Captain Covetous, a near unlimited amount of gripes about how Kyle isn't as hot as he fucking thinks he is. Weaknesses? None whatsoever. Iron sharpens iron, and weakness strengthens weakness by getting me lower to the ground. And that, my friends, is the way we do it here on the Time Pals podcast. Absolutely no details and barely paying attention to what the fucking episode's supposed to be about.
Oh, well done. Some of your best work.
Oh, that was
I have
great.
another one. Kurt.
Oh, yeah, one more? All right.
But if we're going back and forth, because you said you have a third one, right?
Who?
You do, right?
No, I did all three.
Oh, you did? Oh, shit. Okay, so next one isn't Kyle.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Kyle, you're up.
Oh, I gotta go. Okay, cool. Which one? Okay, which one am I doing first? So a little bit. I think a little bit like John was that I just kind of sit here and I just came up with a bunch of like bullshit like thoughts and ideas for them. Like, okay, let's just make some really funny ones and just random things that pop in my head. How can we get a superhero out of this one? And then when I was having an ADHD cable spiral with that, I was like, fuck it, let's just have fun with this one. So I opened up an AI app and I was just like, hey, based on what you know about me, turn me into a superhero. And that got interesting. So it's either just a list of ideas of ridiculous superheroes, or there's what AI thinks I am, which I think after following Captain Covetous, underscores, just never mind. After following that
I've never
one,
heard of it. Never heard of it.
We'll go with the silly ones. So I mean, let's just face it. There had to be a fart superhero. Like, there had to be where the power was like farts, like super farts. Like, I couldn't help but think everyone's probably seen it. I've seen it a couple of times come across like it was like a Reddit thread or whatever it is where someone's like, okay, just add a 0 to any number or whatever, and just like, what does it become? What would you want or whatever the hell it is? And something along the lines there where someone's like, oh, add that many zeros behind the decibels that I can fart. And the number that the person said, goes, you do know that Krakatoa was literally like an eighth of what you've just said. And he was just like, I said what I said. So like, literally, with the person with their calculations, like actually, like their fart was so strong, it could literally collapse the universe. Like that's how much power. So I don't remember all the nitty gritties. It was just like, okay, hold on. Okay, we need to do it. We need to make the fart superhero. So the very bits of the little scratch notes I have for that one, that is Captain Backblast. Captain Backblast. His real name is Chad Thunderjunk. Everyone thinks it means his other junk. They think it's the front bulge, but it's the back bulge. It's really the one that's going to get you in the end. Giggity. And the very loose origin story is he's a washed-up energy drink promoter who thought mixing expired protein powders, gas station sushi, and the mystery pre-workout he found under the dumpster was all a good idea. His digestive tract did not exactly agree, considered a war crime, and has been fighting against him since. It's just like super farts. That's like, I just kind of came up with like the names, kind of the rough idea, in a very generic bullshit like origin story to them.
I just like that he used to be a captain. Like, he used to be Private Poop Monster. Like,
exactly. He worked through the ranks. Or his lower and his small and large intestine. He worked through his small and large intestine on his way to his anus, and so he came up with that one.
That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, there was that one. There was Sir Flexington Thrustwell III.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Go back. Was he private too?
Who?
The poop man. No, was he fart man?
He was a fart guy.
He was a fart guy.
I want to know what branch of the military he was in.
Yeah. What branch of the military was he in?
I'll give you two guesses, but you're probably only going to need one.
The Navy.
Coast Guard, what are you talking about? Come on. Let's go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Sir Flexington Thrustwell III, a.k.a. the Pelvic Punisher. I just thought it'd be kind of funny if we took like Austin Powers, but he gave himself like he kept like an Austin Powers like charisma and sense of self, but like he thought he was like really edgy and cool, but he's just absolutely ridiculous. So almost as ridiculous as a super flat guy. So it's like it's not even like he doesn't You remember in Goldmember that he had the friggin' what's it called? Goldmember actually had like that ridiculous padding in one of his like tracksuits where it was like just that giant cone like right there.
Yeah.
So that's what Sir Flexington Thrustwell has, is something kind of like that, but it's literally just hot air. It's just like it's like an illusion, but it's really nothing. It's really just a dude in like it's like one of those bad 1970s pimps, and he's in incredibly tight clothes. And he just kind of scares you away with his awkward thrusting everywhere.
I like it.
Yeah, so that's why not. He's unnecessarily long, aggressively British. Yeah, kind of fun stuff. He was once a failed male model, turned into one of those like tried to reinvent himself as some like worse version of like Andrew Tate or something like that one.
Oh God.
Those like super alpha dudes and whatever.
Yeah.
He was struck by lightning while live streaming. And so it just kind of corrected him, like, no, don't do that. And he thought it was like a weird like Messiah moment, like I should have died, but now I'm here for a greater purpose. And now he's just a douchebag. But he makes people so uncomfortable. So he makes the villain so uncomfortable that they just give up. They literally just give up.
Nice.
Like I can't. They don't even want to be around this anymore. It's like I would rather rot in jail than have to deal with your bullshit. That's kind of the idea behind that one.
That's pretty fantastic.
That is great. I think that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. And then the last one was Daddy Ruckus.
Nice.
Yeah. Bradley Ruckman. Also known as the walking HR violation. He's a failed gym influencer. He was a nightclub promoter and a half-ass nightclub owner. And by half-ass means that he was like the assistant to the assistant manager, but he just kind of felt he ran shit in like the storeroom with some of the other people. Part-time DJ, and he played shitty remixes that nobody wanted and excessively scratched and was very, very bad at it.
I like part-time DJ.
Yeah. After taking 3 different performance enhancers from the gas station, chugging a pre-workout and Flat Monster, he was overcome with the massive I am the main character energy. And kind of a little bit towards honestly his kind of like Sir Thrustington. Sir Thrustington. He tries so hard to be like that alpha male, that alpha dude, but everything just absolutely fails for him. It's one of those. It was kind of a mix of same thing, like a lot of those shitty macho alpha male influencers.
Yeah,
but with like the bad version of like Captain Jack Sparrow look, like so it's like. I guess along the lines of Captain Jack Sparrow is put in these very specific situations where he just kind of runs by the seat of his pants, where he's thinking each exact step. He doesn't plan out his insane escape to like hit the switch and bring him up and then swing across that. Like it just kind of happens. That's kind of what happens with this guy. He doesn't really have any superpowers. He's just really fucking obnoxious, thinks he's like a super alpha male, and he gets in all these fights, but it's just like he swings, the person ducks, but then he just happens to just kind of like spin around, and then he hits the mop bucket, which then goes and then like puts the dude's Tesla into drive, which then kind of goes down the street and hits a donkey. Now the donkey goes running into the pizza shop. The pizza shop somehow explodes and then sends like a crowbar flying and knocks the guy out. Like
I just love his powers are basically alpha Mr. Magoo.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's kind of what it was. It was just like, so then it just builds into his ego and his persona. It was like, look at all this badass stuff that I did. Like, I did all these things. I'm amazing. No one knows more about awesome shit than I do. But in truth, it was just like, everyone's like, you're just a fucking buffoon. Like he said, that's perfect. Mr. Magoo.
That's right.
Yes.
Failing
Joe
upward.
Rogan was Mr. Magoo. There it is.
Oh God.
That's right.
I think that was it for my tomfoolery once.
Angie, do you have more? Did you have 2 more or 1 more?
No, I had one that I didn't quite work up to fruition. It was kind of he was exact change man.
Exact change,
So
man.
just so that way I don't over talk. Do you mind if I do my quick one real quick? We'll do
No,
yours.
you go ahead. No,
And if
go
nobody
ahead.
has anything else, we'll go right to the end with the thing I did.
Yeah,
the little game I
yeah.
did.
Go for it.
I didn't realize John did all of them already, so I forgot his was all like super fast. This is really
Yeah, mine were all quick.
yeah. So my
Ding
second
dong.
one is called Alter Ego. Origin story. So this is not me again. by day, Altered Ego was a mild-mannered reporter for a newspaper organization focused mainly at-home crafts. By night, Alter Ego is a mild-mannered online journalist for the same newspaper. That's right. Alter Ego was the first superhero whose superpower is having a secret identity. The powers of Alter Ego: can type 45 words per minute and has the ability to 10 key by touch, which I had to look up to see what the average type time was. So I guess it's 45. He graduated from community college and took several classes at state, never declared a major. He has no friends of color, but will occasionally allude to something vaguely urban and type it out in italics to denote slang. He's still... Alter Ego still tagged his more successful older brother in all of his Facebook photos. These are never accepted. When asked what they do for their living, Alter Ego will proudly say that they are in the media, but offer no follow-up. And for his last strength, can blend into any social situation, primarily because nobody remembers they show up. So, weaknesses. In a constant state of mental instability. Is today the day someone figures out that the man who wrote Cozy Creation, 10 yarn projects you can only do on a rainy day night at home, is also the same hero who wrote Beyond Knitting, Do-It-Yourself Cardigans to De-Stress To. Which, now that I've said them out loud, feels like something Angie has read.
The Cozy Cardigans, that vessel is groping right now. Or something like that one.
Yeah. the perfect sleeve for your dildo. Is the sworn enemy of Pseudonym, a rival reporter for an outdoor sports craft magazine. And then the very end, I just tacked on he has acid spit and is an unregistered sex offender. So anyway, those are my
I love how he just goes through those like the warnings and labels to every medication ever.
Yeah.
So we can go with your next one, and then I'll end with the game.
Holy Christ.
Oh, my next one, it's just barely a mention. The exact change man. I didn't quite flush him out.
I like the name by itself. You have to at least come up with something.
Yeah. So, I can't remember. I don't have my notes. I'm going on memory here, but I can't remember how he got his superpower. But it's like the most useless kind of like. In any situation, no matter what's going on, he will always have the exact change that you need for any kind of purchase. And I was going to work in like his arch nemesis was going to be like, the digital currency, like the Venmos and the PayPal guy,
Crypto.
Yeah, exactly.
Crypto, yeah. But I didn't flush him out all that well, but I was going in that direction there for a while.
Honestly, you should have just repeated your story for the Mothman dude you wanted to bang. It would have just slid right in there, and we would have been very confused. Mothman doesn't have pockets.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have pockets.
Oh Christ!
That's how I identify with him, because women have been denied pockets for so long. That's why we get excited about them in our dresses.
Pockets.
Well, if nobody has anything else, so
go for it.
So this is called Two Truths and a Lie. If you guys have never played this game before, basically I'm going to read three superheroes or superhero sidekicks who either have terrible superpowers, are terrible heroes, or have ridiculous backstories. One of these guys I've made up, so I've only got three. I was hoping Dom would be here because Dom doesn't read comic books and John does, so I have a feeling he's going to know all of them. But in the spirit of the game, since we don't have buzzers, after I read all three, just say the name of your show. That's your buzzer, and then you get to answer. And if you're wrong, we'll just give it to the other person. So let me read all three first. All right, so hero number one. Dory Anderson has the ability to channel the emotional spectrum, like the Green Lantern, but everything is fine, okay? I mean, you should have been there helping me already, but whatever, you do you. On paper, Rainbow Girl changes abilities depending on her feelings. Rage gives her super strength. Fear makes other people panic. But the caveat is she cannot control her emotions ever because she's a girl. Am I right, fellas? Am I right? You get it. Number 2, Color Kid. Also known as Uluvac, Color Kid has the ability of my son, who, like Rainbow Girl, is also on a special spectrum and can change her walls into abstract art with only a special pack of crayons. Color Kid can change the color of any object. Name an object. You like that object? Would you like it better purple? No? Well, now he's been defeated. The original version of Color Kid had no other combat or support abilities other than being the best damn interior designer the world had ever seen. And number 3,
Oh my god.
Dead Colores. Manny Marcus dreamed of escaping the barrios of West Texas and worked to support his abuela, who he later learned was secretly operating a drug cartel. Marquez, seeing that his storyline was completely written by someone who only knew Mexicans from Breaking Bad, wore a lucha libre mask, donned a glitter skull shirt on his chest, like the Punisher, and swore to take down his grandmother in a hail of Icarambas. So, of these 3, Rainbow Girl, Color Kid, Dead Colores, only one is made up.
The last one is made up.
Got it. So Dead Colores, I made that up. The other 2 are very real. Rainbow Girl, they eventually changed her to something closer to Green Lantern because they liked the design. Color Kid, they tried to make him cool where now he can change people into camouflage and he's still a really shitty superhero. But it still sounds dumb. You know what I mean? But anyway, they tried. All right.
Turns out with the camouflage, so he's just like the men's like section at Walmart. It's just camo. You have no other choice. There you go.
All right. So again, I've only got 3 of these, so this is the second one. All right, so the first one, Skin. See, John's gonna know this shit. Angel Espinosa is what happens when you start writing Plastic Man, and then remember, there's already a Plastic Man, but you promised Stan Lee a new character by noon. Skin has 6 extra feet of loose skin that he can stretch, expand, and imprint newspaper ink like Silly Putty. Does all that skin make him invulnerable? No. Can he increase in size and shape and mimic other people? Also no. And again, 6 feet is all you get. Any more, he'd actually be useful. Number 2, Bouncing Boy. Chuck Tane can inflate his body into a large ball and bounce at high speeds, assuming he's at the top of a hill and someone behind him gives him a push. Don't be gentle. There's evil to defeat. Bouncing Boy got his power by drinking super plastic chemicals he thought he was soda. He is as dumb as the one Kyle read, just in a Bouncing Boy form. Finally, there's Fudge. As a teenager, William H. Wilhelm loved chocolate but hated the dentist. His solution, you can't get cavities if you're made out of milk chocolate. As Fudge, Wilhelm enjoyed a brief stint with the Legion, where he could melt and put himself back together, break off into individual squares, and be side by side with law enforcement wherever he goes. I'm sorry, side by side? He's side-eyed by law enforcement everywhere he goes. Oddly, canonically Canadian. So of these 3, Bouncing Boy, Skin, or Fudge, which one is made up?
Go to Angie, guess.
Okay, I know nothing about comic books, so I'm going to guess the second one.
So John knows this already. Bouncing Boy is a real hero invented during the Silver Era. His only power is he literally becomes a Super Ball.
Nice.
But he did get his power by drinking super plastic chemicals that came in a drink can. Like, absolutely no self-awareness. John?
What?
Which one? You know the fake one is, right? Because you've heard of Skin and Bouncing Boy, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So John knows. Fudge, Wilhelm W. Basically, Billy W. Wilhelm I made up after being drunk off whiskey last night. So that's why I'm like, fucking chocolate. There we go. You have a power now.
Who's that fat fuck from Willy Wonka that gets fucked up first? Do that one. We'll call him William Fudge.
William after Willy Wonka. We'll just fucking go with him. My last 3. Number 1, Wholesome Dan. Daniel Smith was born with the ability to fly, near invulnerability, telekinesis, and telepathy. The only problem? Dan Smith loves his job as an administrator for his local community college. Heavily recruited by the who's who of the Silver Age of Marvel, Smith declined all offers and is now living in a small apartment where he pretends to have a dog so the neighbors think he has something going on other than watching game shows and shopping online. He doesn't. He's content, and that's his weakness. Number 2, Snowflame. Snowflame is what Scarface would be if it were written by Todd McFarlane. A drug lord who gains super strength, super speed, and enhanced durability whenever he snorts the booger sugar. Snowflake is the Hulk if Bruce Banner was Colombian. The more yayo he consumes, the more powerful he becomes. Eventually, he believes he's the embodiment of the drug. And for some reason, he's not the most popular superhero among trap rappers and 80s stockbrokers on this planet. That reminds me, John, are you holding, bro? Because you have to tell me if you're a cop if I ask. Otherwise, it's entrapment. All right, so last guy, Doorman. DeMar Davis is who Mike _ was throughout high school and college. A literal gateway to more exciting and handsome friends. DeMar can change into a portal, not create them, but become an actual door that opens up for you to use and then forget that he asked you out first, but you kept saying you were busy, and I thought I was being a gentleman by giving you space in that. But I guess the portal leads to my best friend's erect penis. So, in any case, he also joined the superhero team called the Great Lakes Avengers, proving that any person can be a fucking Avenger. Get yourself checked. You may be an Avenger and don't even know it. And please come back, Annette. I miss you. All right, so out of these three, Olsen Dan, Snowflame, and Doorman, which one is made up?
First one.
Wholesome Dan. Wholesome Dan, though, is actually based. So there used to be a writer named Joey Sayers. Joey Sayers used to write 5-minute comics. Her stuff is long out of print. And Wholesome Dan was a character that had no name, but it was just literally like a one-panel person of like, this guy has every power known to man, but he fucking loves his job. And then he doesn't do anything. Doesn't solve crimes, doesn't fight anything. He just likes, kind of making a check. Yeah, so that's it. I have no other superheroes to talk about. I am superheroed out. What do you got for this one?
Good stuff.
Anything?
Oh, those are good.
Oh,
That was Jesus Christ. The cocaine one is still just
that's real.
It is. No, it is. He was a Marvel character, right? He was a Marvel guy.
Yeah. Amazing. An amazing addition.
Gotta fucking love it, man. Just if he was Colombian, I was get the Bruce Banner was Colombian. Oh, that was beautiful.
That is, they really did that. That had to be from the 70s.
Yeah, but they had to allude to it because of at the time the comics code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they
weren't clearly
there just
so
like,
much yak.
he's on cocaine.
His name
Just
is
licking
Dr.
his own
Roxo.
face.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the 80s wasn't that like the more of the cocaine era.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There was a few I didn't do because I wasn't sure if John was going to mention them. There's a guy who can literally turn himself into ice cream.
Yep.
There's a guy called Antimatter Eater. Antimatter Lad, where he can eat anything.
Matter Eater Lad.
Matter Eater. There
Literally.
you go.
Matter
Yeah.
Eater Lad.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
There's a
eats
lot of
any
lad
matter.
in this industry.
Matter
yeah.
Eater Peter.
Yeah. There's another guy, Maggot, whose whole thing is that 2 metal maggots come out of his stomach and those can eat everything. There's a lot of eating in Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
much eating. So much. And terribly drawn
They got a real vor fetish in the Marvel comics.
Oh, for the love of God. I mean, there's what I mean. DC had, they had him in the fucking Suicide Squad, but let's face it, like Polka Dot Man was like pretty like.
Gunn picked it on purpose. He wanted to pick heroes, on purpose.
Oh yeah, he wanted to pick the fucking ridiculous ones for
Yeah.
sure. $1,000,000%. But
Polka Dot Man would have ended up on this for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, God, that's just so fucking funny. Oh, for the love of God! I guess, like I said, technically, I kind of have one, but I don't know if it counts because it's cheating because I used AI because I was like, screw it, I saw a thing, I was like, yeah, why not?
For it. Why not? I didn't.
No,
I didn't use AI.
it's quote unquote serious. I was just like, hey, if I was a superhero, what would I be? And then I'm just like, sit down, buddy. And I was like, uh-oh.
We're gonna tell you all the things you hate about yourself.
Pretty much. Like I don't like it, yeah, because it did it like very serious. I was like, okay, so you just made me like every like cliche anti-hero. That makes me a great self-esteem.
Captain Covetous is like, good, knew it.
Fantastic.
He was terrible.
I hate like how decent I think like some of the names that it just kind of comes up with. So first off, the character's name is Gravemark. Kind of like that one. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
The real name is Cade Varick.
Oh, that's good too.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah,
like it's
Cade
doing
Varick's
pretty good.
Yeah.
The nickname known in the underworld is the Craftsman of Vengeance. And I was like, you gotta be fucking
Oh man, that is good.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. a self-made weapon, no powers, no mercy for the guilty. He doesn't fight crime. He hunts rot and carves it out.
Oh,
Police justice
man.
failed long ago, and all he does is simply correct it. Although now it's italicized, and so it's making me think of the character you were talking about earlier. Because he just puts it italicized to note slang. It's anything italicized. I'm gonna laugh my ass off now. Oh, let's see. Cade Vare grew up in a decaying industrial city that where promises rusted faster than steel. His father was a factory worker, one of the last men who still believed in honest labor and earning his calluses, not paying somebody else to do his work for him. His mother ran the small home business repairing clothes, stretching pennies into survival. They weren't weak people, just outmatched by the system that was already collapsing. Cade learned early on how to fix things instead of replacing them, how to endure instead of complain, and how to stay quiet and simply observe. By 16, he could build, repair, and improve almost anything with his hands.
Nice.
Let's see, the breaking point. I love this because the corporate-backed crime syndicate known as the Meridian Circle.
Oh,
That's fantastic.
yeah.
Like, that is very syndicate. But you can't use anything else. You can't never even call that a gang. That was always a syndicate.
Oh, that's great.
Began buying out of the local neighborhoods, both legally and illegally. They used intimidation, arson, staged accidents to force people out. So it just sounds like the NYPD and the mob.
I was going to say, it sounds like the Mr. Magoo thing all over again.
It doesn't
Just the evil, like, doppelganger version of it.
Exactly.
As Vin Diesel his way.
It sounds like they just made Leather Daddy Batman.
They did. They did
Leather
make
Daddy
Daddy
Batman.
Batman. The whole promises rusting faster than steel thing. That's an incredible line.
I was like, ah, shit, I kind of hate this.
Yeah. Fuck.
Kate's family refused to leave. One night, their home burned down. The official report was electrical fire. The truth, it was a message. Kate survived. His family did not. Where the system failed. He did everything right. He gave statements, testified in court, identified suspects, trusted the detectives. But the case stalls. Evidence disappeared. Witnesses recanted. The Meridian Circle owned way too many people. That's when Kate realizes something fundamental. Justice isn't blind. It has been bought.
Very cool.
Vanished
Very
for 5 years. His transformation. He vanished for 5 years. Not into hiding, into construction. Bold and italicized. He rebuilt himself the same way he rebuilt his machines. Studied local
No, not manual labor.
no. Studied combat disciplines. Trained endurance to near inhuman levels, learned tactics, surveillance, and psychological warfare, became a master of leatherworking and fabricator.
God damn.
His own armor, gear, and weapons. Every piece he wears is handmade, custom fit, and brutally functional. No wasted motions, no wasted design. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, he left his cage but came back as Gravemark, a ghost wrapped in hardened steel and leather, moving through the city like consequences that can't be avoided. That's okay. Doesn't see himself as a hero. What he believes: fear is a tool, pain is a language. Criminals is the only language criminals understand. Mercy is conditional, never given freely.
A little bit of the Punisher built in there.
Like way too much. Like literally everyone. Here's another good one. The arch villain, which known as the Architect, the leader of the Meridian Circle, Lucian Voss.
Lucian. That's an evil name.
Isn't it just? I mean, yeah, it's pretty much what this is. He's exactly that. He sounds like the kingpin, honestly.
Yeah.
Wants politicians, the judges, the police chiefs, engineers the crime like a business model. Never gets his hands dirty. He is like 6 times disconnected from the actual crime itself. So just kind of picture Kingpin, but with a cooler syndicate name. Like that's it. Other than that, so yeah, they dropped the ball with that guy.
Yeah, honestly, a little bit. I like the first one though. The first one's good.
Yeah, that was all pretty solid. And then then it came down to his weaknesses. His obsession with control. He has got to be prepared always. If something goes off plan, he becomes more aggressive, more reckless. Moral erosion. Started with his rules. Breaks them, pushes the line farther and farther, one by one. Each time he crosses the line, it gets easier. Isolation. He trusts nobody. He's no allies. There's no safety net, which means he has no backup, no other perspective, no one to pull him back when he goes too far. Physical limitations. I love it. He's like all bold and spaced by like a period. He's still human. Like, yeah, he doesn't have powers. He's just a person. He's like accumulated injuries, scar tissues, fatigue, pushes through the pain, but everything's starting to catch up with him. And then the craftsman curse. He needs to build. He will never go from anywhere else. He only trusts himself, his gear, his armor, his systems, his intelligence. It grounds him, but it also traps him in a cycle of perfectionism and delay. He's preparing. Sometimes he prepares instead of acting. So great. Nice to know that I still have raging ADHD if I'm a fucking superhero also.
Right.
It did. I think I sent it in the chat though. It did give me like this real badass picture.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was that one. And the thing too, because then like I asked about like his, you know, I was, okay, so like what did he do? Is like he just like beat the shit out of everybody, and it gave me like a weapon breakdown and shit too. And if there's one thing that I like, I don't know if I sent it, if I saved it. Where the fuck did it go? What the hell was it called? Give me like 2 seconds here. I don't know. But essentially it is like, it's like a weight on one side of a moderately weighted chain. So it's really just like a fucking steel ball, or like a weight on one side on a relatively weighted chain, and there's a fucking meat hook on the other end. And I'm like, wait a minute, I kind of love that. Hold the fuck on. I love that.
That is pretty great.
Right? Like, that's pretty good. Like, imagine the Punisher with that fucking thing.
Oof.
I just, all right, calm down.
I'm just picturing John Barrington. Yeah, I'm just picturing that man. Yeah.
Yeah. The chain of burden. That's what it's called.
The chain of burden sounds great.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And and the twin pistols is final say and retribution. Like, it's very simple. I mean, even to the point where it's like the character has these like throwing spikes or whatever that he would call markers. And so the fact that they went in the detail that they are like these weird kind of diamond shaped, one side is noticeably longer than the other. The short, so more or less is that like the precision he would have is so much that when he goes to throw them, if he wants it to just like maim and scare and stop, he knows that the shorter side will hit it because it's just short enough to miss any vital organs. It won't puncture along. It won't fuck up his liver or his heart or whatever it is like that one. But the longer side, it's the kill side. Like, it is longer. It will pierce this and do that. And I was just like, wait, I'm kind of scared.
Wow.
I like that all your guys want to actually fight crime. All of my guys want to be left alone.
Yeah.
I gotta hop off. Sorry, guys.
Pass another prop. Just show her the picture of your superhero. You'll be fine.
There we go.
No, we can call it. I have nothing else to add anyway.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, thank you for having us on the show, guys. Yeah,
Appreciate it. It was fun.
Thanks. Just thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to this episode. You all know what to do at this point. All the links, all the shares, all the likes. Give Time Pals a follow. Listen to them. The great episodes over there. The things that they're doing. And thanks again for being here and being silly gooses with us.
Anytime.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Always a great time. We appreciate both of you.
Right.
The other one is long dead. Good night, guys.
Night.
Bye.
Honk.